Interim has been established for over 11 years with marketing moves, and you have myself and Laura Barrett who looks after all the interim business. We have some managed service working with some very big organisations that need multiple amounts of contractors, need managing with reviews and proper assessments and pay rises and such like. And then we have short term, which could be maternity cover, extra pair of hands, to manage an extra project that the company's running, a whole number of different reasons. And we're also, with that, able to offer services where we can payroll, where it may be complex for a company to do that themselves, or we can work on a fixed term contract. We can work with people with a limited company. So we really have huge amounts of flexibility around interim. The difference for us with interim versus the permanent side of the business is it can be quite fast and furious. We often need candidates that are on short notice periods or immediately available, and we need people that are prepared to just walk in and hit the ground running. There's not usually an induction process, so it doesn't suit all candidates, and Laura and I make a point of getting to know the client quite well, what works in the environment, what characters fit in, as well as the marketing expertise. But it is quite a quick process, which is something Laura and I really enjoy, and a lot of our clients usually need someone to start within 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes we have luxury a bit longer, especially if it's maternity, because one would hope that they know that that's on its way. But yeah, most of the time it's not many weeks. We don't do much in the very junior levels, say first jobbers or even graduates. Most of our clients would go to a different type of agency for something like that. But anything from sort of second job upwards to sometimes we have had the occasional really senior consultancy come in as well. Well, interim, I would say the average is, if we were working on a day rate, 250 to 350, more on the 350. On fixed term contract, which will probably be a salary, you're looking at around the 45 to 55. That would be the averaging. Obviously, we have some junior and we have some more senior, but that would be the average. So the job titles can vary from marketing coordinator, digital marketing exec, that's a very common one, to automation manager, to digital marketing manager. We've even had a head of marketing interim as well. But I would say there's quite a lot on the digital side, and then there's quite the junior ones are usually marketing coordinator, marketing executive, marketing manager, senior marketing manager. They're not always differentiated by a certain skill within marketing. Six months would be the approximate average of most of the work that comes in. Although having said that, they come in at 6 months and then quite often they get extended, either because the work isn't finished or a maternity is extended, or the person is really adding value and they want to keep them on a bit longer. And of course there is the ultimate is conversion to permanent, which is always something that we're really keen to do as well. I think half the problem is that these people want to be in a permanent job where they can grow and be mentored into a business. They aren't quite ready to go in to just hit the ground running with no hand-holding, with all the pressures that just falling into the deep end can do. It can, of course, be the making of them as well. It can help them in their career. And it may be that we'll try and only look at longer-term interim roles for them to help them. I mean, I get where they're coming from. However, that you do get occasionally the seasoned interim junior who only wants to do 6 months here, 6 months there. They might take 6 months off in the year and do a skiing resort. But there are not many of those around. So yeah, we do have to do a lot of digging, especially if the job isn't in London. A lot of them, if it's not just doing a standard sickness or maternity cover, a lot of them will be doing it because they haven't got budget to bring a permanent employee in. So they are managing through a marketing budget to bring in extra resource to work on, say, specific digital campaign that they don't have the expertise for. And that's extremely common as digital marketing is the biggest trend going on at the moment. So yeah, somebody who understands Google Analytics, somebody who can take off some of the pressure of liaising with their agency and understand what the agency is doing. So that can be very key in any project work. But also another big one is a big event coming up, needs a lot of extra marketeers to pull it off. And so bringing in somebody to not necessarily run the event but be part of the team is quite common as well. But apart from that, it will be just general run-of-the-mill marketing to fit in with a busy team who just need that extra pair of hands.